But the communist Chinese, they're under no illusion. They know that we are their enemy. People over here, though, have been fooled into thinking that China is not our enemy. So, over the course of the past several decades, China has acquired many land leases throughout the globe, and especially in the Panama Canal region. As many of you know, most of you know, Panama Canal is vitally important to the strategic protection of the United States. But now, somehow, very quietly, by stealth, the Chinese control both ends of the Panama Canal. How is that, and how did that happen? How does our enemy get halfway around the globe without a shot being fired and take over our strategically important Panama Canal? It's because we have enemies in our government selling us out. Just like during the Clinton administration when all that missile technology got stolen by China. 20 years of our latest missile technology just stolen, just like that. And again, no heads roll. No big deal there. But WikiLeaks leaking some humiliating documents, that's a big security risk, right? Oh, 20 years of our latest missile technology to China? That's no big deal. That's what the enemy mainstream media would have you think. So the way I see things shaping up is this is what I think is going to happen, okay? We're going to go into this next election. Obama is going to run for re-election. Now, the enemy is going to, of course, lie, cheat, and steal their way to hopefully they consider political victory. They're going to use the media to lie, like they always do. They're going to use the media to suppress information. They're not going to let other information make it through there. And then they're going to commit election fraud using groups like Acorn, like they've been doing. They're going to alter voting results in electronic voting machines like they've been doing. They're going to create false ballots and throw away other valid ballots like they've been doing. They're going to let illegal immigrants vote illegally like they've been doing. That's what's going to happen in the next election. Now, on the Republican side, if the enemy manages to get one of their phony neocon Republicans as the presidential nominee, well, then the phony election will play out and there won't be any civil war or anything like that. Now, if Ron Paul, the only chance that we have for a good president, if Ron Paul manages to win the Republican primary, despite election fraud, if it comes down to an election between Ron Paul and Barack Obama, now Ron Paul would win by a landslide in a fair election, no doubt. But you're going to see an unfair election at that point. You're going to see election fraud. You're going to see Barack Obama committing election fraud to get reelected. And then you're going to see American people steaming mad, irate, ready to march on Washington. You're going to see it. And then when people are ready to do that, when even Congress is in an uproar over the election fraud that will happen at this next election, this enemy president, the guy who calls himself Barack Obama, is going to appeal to the UN for foreign military intervention to quell domestic insurrection in the United States. And then it's going to be on. Then it will look like this administration has legitimacy, and the global power will be stepping in to enforce that legitimacy and enforce those fair elections, you see. Of course, they won't be fair. It's just the opposite. And then at that point, when the UN sends foreign military to basically crush all resistance in the United States, China is going to be a big supplier of that manpower. And it's either going to go two ways. Either it'll be just one big open coalition, UN coalition, with China as the main supplier of troops. It's either going to be that, or there will be a phony, sort of staged situation where the Chinese and others invade the West Coast, along with the Mexicans and South Americans, of course, anyone that can get to go along with it. But them and the Chinese will basically occupy most of the western United States, while a UN, mainly Europe, Eastern European mainly, troops come into the eastern United States, and they may actually play it off where, as sort of a fake confrontation where the UN and foreign troops get called into the East Coast to try to help repel a Chinese invasion, although that really won't be what's going on. Really, they will be working in tandem, and really, on both sides of that front line, they will be going after American citizens, patriots. They'll be putting people in camps, like they're all set up to do, and then the killings begin, just like in every other communist country. Then the mass killings begin. You'll have people put in camps. The useless people, they be getting rid of right away. You know, the old, the handicapped, people like that, people that don't serve a purpose. Younger people, skilled people, they'll stick around longer in case the enemy can put them into a job somewhere, you know, compartmentalize them the way they do right now, for those of you that know what I mean. And that's pretty much it. That's possible scenarios there. But that is what's going to happen, so don't be surprised. We're talking foreign military invasion. There's no way around it. Even in the media, you can see them warming us up to it. Anyone who's familiar with psychological warfare, psychological warfare, it's sort of like just psyching out your enemy, psyching out the opponent. You know, so like Mr. T in Rocky 3, dead meat. You know, that's psychological warfare. And you can see the psychological warfare starting, like I said a couple weeks ago. Check out some night if you have the television on. Check out the commercials for that show, NCIS. NCIS, I believe it is. And that show, they're advertising for the show. They got a transparent Chinese flag in the background. You know, as if it means nothing, you know. Oh, it's just there, decorative, you know, no big deal. No, that's not it. That's warming up people's mind for the idea of Chinese occupation. You know, this new movie Red Dawn, the remake of the movie Red Dawn, same deal. Just warming people up, warming up their minds to the idea of Chinese occupation, and also at the same time trying to trick people into thinking that there's nothing we can do about it. So that would be Phase 2, hot invasion. All right, I want to talk about Congress now. What Obama did in Libya, what he's doing now, going against Congress. If this stands, we might as well not even have a Congress. We may as well dissolve Congress right now. Might as well not have a Congress, because if this president can get away with this, he can get away with anything, and we don't need a Congress because now we have a dictator. All right, folks. This is Reality Check, realitycheckradio.net is the website. And Jeff, if you're listening, we got to do something about this computer. This is ridiculous. I can't do this every week. Yeah, I got some good stuff for you, folks, but it's freezing up right now. Oh, damn it. Maybe I should just go home. I'm getting sick of this. So, anyway, let me fall back on the other stuff I need to talk about. Did you know the Attorney General's office in Massachusetts lets child rapists go through the court without holding them on bail and without really punishing them? Did you know that, folks? A lot of people don't know that. Let me tell you something else, folks listening, something you probably don't know. Do you know Attorney General Martha Coakley, when she was a district attorney of Middlesex County, refused to file charges against a man who raped a baby girl with a hot curling iron? Did you know that? Did you know Martha Coakley refused to file charges against a man who raped a baby girl with a hot curling iron? Well, most people don't know that. That's because the enemy-dominated propaganda machine called the mainstream media has suppressed that information. They suppressed it so well that after that incident, Martha Coakley went on to become Attorney General, and she almost won Ted Kennedy's old Senate seat. So, folks, anyone out there listening, next time you see Martha Coakley, ask her why she lets child rapists go through her courts as a matter of standard operating procedure.